Hello, one and all, is my view of My Hero Academia Vigilantes Chapter 95 Moon. And are you freaking kidding me? Are you seriously freaking kidding me? With everything going on, the police station being bombed, everything else going on, the detective decides their number one priority, their main focus should be on stopping Koichi, on arresting the Crawler, on arresting a man named the Crawler. I mean, I could understand it if you thought, oh, maybe the Crawler's working with the villains. Maybe he's the one responsible for all this. But no, he knows that's not the case. I mean, Eraserhead, Ingenium, Midnight's, probably a few others. All these pro heroes would definitely come up and say, I've worked with the Crawler. I know him personally. He's a good person. There's no way he's responsible for any of this. Plus, let's not forget his own freaking sister. Yeah, his own sister is literally writing the Crawler a letter of review saying, hey, listen, he's a really great guy. No way he's responsible for any of this. You really gotta calm down, big bro. So yeah, that's definitely not the case. And it's not even, oh, we need information from the Crawler in order to stop Six, in order to stop this big bad villain. He knows the Crawler is working with Soga. So anything he knows, Soga knows. And he knows exactly where Soga is. So if he really wanted information, he could have just, go ask freaking Soga. And Soga even said this chapter, hey, listen, I will give you all the information you need just as soon as Pop is put in protective custody. Just as soon as, she's getting a little backup keeping her safe. But instead of focusing any of those resources on protecting her, they instead decide, you know what, let's go after the Crawler. Let's focus on him. And I can guarantee you 100% that while they're busy trying to arrest the Crawler, Six is going to make his move. He's going to use that distraction at the point where he's going to break in the hospital and attempt to murder freaking Pop. Though I do really like this one line the detective has. Vigilantism is a backup plan for when the official law and order institutes fall short. So basically, it all just comes down to his own freaking belief, his own pride in the justice system. Oh, the justice system, the hero system, it's infallible, it's perfect. There's no way it could be wrong. There's no way it could need vigilantes to come in and fill the gaps. Because it's perfect. No! The entire point of this series and the main series has basically been that the government does not work. There are major, major problems with it. And that's basically been the cause of many of the villains we've seen up to this point in the freaking series. Both series. So yeah, all around, just bad logic from him. Bad logic. Though I am thinking his plan's gonna fail, he's gonna learn a lesson from it, because it seemed like in the main series he was a much more laid back, much less serious person than who we're seeing right now, so I'm curious about that. I'm also a little bit mad at Midnight right now, and a little sad about her, but anyway. She said, I even had Pop's mother leave the hospital for now. Why? Why? This hospital is like Fort frickin' Knox. It's basically a bomb shelter. Even if you don't think it's safe directly in Pop's room because you think the villain's gonna attack there, I'm sure there's, waiting rooms and other rooms and just other places in the hospital where she could stay, where she would be more safe than if she just went home. So, Six can kidnap her and basically say, hey, Pop, if you say anything about me, I will kill your mother. Very slowly and very painfully. So yeah, bad judgment all around from people there. Alright, let's talk about what I did like about this chapter, though, because we had this one flashback I thought was really interesting. A smaller slice of sky makes the moon look bigger. Koichi's line here, I think it's, basically representative of his entire series, more or less. I mean, he isn't a hero for all of Japan or some major city. He's a hero, he's a vigilante, he's a protector of his neighborhood, and that lets him shine more in the neighborhood than even All Might does, because, he's the one there, night and day, who's helping the people, protecting them. They know him, they love him, they care about him, and that just means, every person he saves means more to him than the average hero, because, hey, that's old man Henderson from down the street, he runs the market. Oh, that's Bob, my accountant. Oh, this, oh, that. I mean, even right now, he isn't trying to fight off Six. He's not trying to stop Six in order to stop a next terrorist attack or bring an end to these instant villains or anything like that. He's just doing it to save one person. He's just doing it to save Pop, and that's means more to him than if he was fighting to save, the entire freaking city, the entire freaking world. I really like that. It could also, in a weird way, be a metaphor for the series as a whole, because Vigilantes is nowhere near as popular as the main series. That's just a fact. We all know that. We all accept that. It's never going to have the same reach. It's probably never going to get its own anime, but at the same time, for those of fans who, are really into it, the series can shine almost more than the main series at some points because it's just such a smaller, more compact, more meaningful story than a lot of what we see in the main series, and I really like that. Anyway, we start off this chapter with Izawa and President Mike in the teacher lounge back at UA. Oh, we really are closing in on, where this series started. I think we're only like a year, maybe 6 months away from the point where, Deku ends up applying to UA. Oh, I would so love to see some overlap between those 2 points when the series comes to an end. Anyway, Izawa was clearly worried about the crawler, Pop, and everyone back in his own neighborhood who are in danger now, and oh, this smile he has, this cocky smile. I'm not their teacher. I mean, it's such a lie, such a fib, but it just... Oh, I love that on him. I absolutely freaking love it. So yeah, it's clear he is worried about them. I do think he's going to end up making another appearance in this series before it comes to an end. I mean, he was called by the detective, so I think he's going to be part of this operation that was mentioned. Some means of stopping the Vigilantes, some means of taking down 6 once for all, somehow, some way. I would love to see that, maybe even him letting Koichi go so he can focus on rescuing Pop. That'd be so amazing. Though more than that, what I would really, really love to see is if in the main series, after Vigilantes comes to an end, we see Koyuchi again and, Izawa introduces him to Deku, basically saying, oh, this is Koyuchi. He was more or less my first unofficial student. Oh, that'd be such a great moment. That'd be such a great moment. Anyway, then we gotta check in with Koyuchi, who's not doing all that well, given that he's been up on the rooftop for several days, and did not think to bring a change of underwear. Oh, poor Koyuchi. I mean, really, are you freaking kidding me? Though that does raise some other questions. I mean, he's been up there long enough to need a change of underwear? Where is he going to the bathroom? I can't imagine, he's leaving his post at all, because that feels like, that'd be the time for 6 to attack, so... Is there a bucket up there? I'm very, very curious about that. Anyway, then in order to help him out with that, they have Rapt go to his apartment and get him a change of clothes and whatnot. And immediately we can tell that someone broke into the place, and there's such a level of tension here. You're thinking to yourself, okay, 6 broke in, he's still there, he's gonna murder Rapt, he's gonna do this, he can do that. But nope, nothing happened. Instead, though, we do focus on the bulletin board, and the one thing that's missing are the brass knuckles. Knuckle Duster's knuckles, which seems to imply, Knuckle Duster... He did come back, he did grab the knuckles, and he's gonna go help Koichi take down 6 one way or the other. I mean, I know he's not probably in the best fighting shape. I feel like after last battle with 6, he took some serious damage, but I could really see him coming back with his final fight to give Koichi a helping hand, and, technically he is a licensed hero, so he could make the argument, oh, Koichi is working under me, and I'm a licensed hero, so I can more or less deputize anyone. Was that the point of the flashback? Was that the point of the flashback, I mean, I've been wondering for a while, what was the whole point of the whole thing with Knuckle Duster doing the flashback about how he fought All For One way back when? But in that flashback, he deputized Rappa and Mirko. So could he make the same argument? I deputized Koyuchi to help me in the situations, therefore anything he did is legal because I am a pro hero? That actually makes a scary amount of sense. Anyway, then we get to see the detective's sister, who is still with Captain Celebrity, his wife, and his newborn baby. I just love this shot of 3 of them together. Oh, I love this shot. He's holding the baby, all that. Is Captain Celebrity going to make another appearance in this series? I could see that. I mean, he can fly, and he's rich enough to basically have a private plane, so he could definitely make his way back to Japan just to lend a helping hand, but I'm very curious about her, She says... I'll just have to keep doing my part in the meantime. She's doing research, she's looking things up, she's investigating something, so... what is it she's gonna find out? What is it she's gonna learn here that is gonna save the day? Some evidence about who really blew up the police station? The truth about Koyuchi? The evidence of 6? Something like that? I don't know, it feels like, we have a lot... it feels like this chapter had a lot of elements moving together. Like, Captain Celebrity, Izawa, Midnight... It just feels like they're all going to collide in this big final battle we're going to get very, very soon. I'm super excited for that. Oh, also, Detective Tanuma is apparently still alive, but he is in critical condition and shows no sign of waking up. So, yay! I mean, I really said he was dead last chapter because, he realized the truth that these instant villains and Nomu, essentially, Nomu prototypes, were proof that All For One was still alive. So he couldn't, be in the main series because then he would have told people, hey, All For One is still alive. But if he's just in a coma, at least for the first couple months of the main series, that all kind of adds up, makes a lot more sense. Anyway, so next chapter is going to be the detective attempting to wrest the crawler, which, such a bad idea. I am hoping, Knuckle Duster's going to show up and lend a helping hand. Izawa got a call, so I feel like he's going to be part of the operation, which could mean, he ends up helping the Koyuchi get away, escape somehow, some way. And, if Knuckle Duster can give out his hero license and basically say, hey, listen, I deputized this dude, so everything was all on the up and up, that would basically get rid of the arrest warrant. I mean, everything he did was arguably legal. I would love to see that. I mean, it definitely, results in Knuckle Duster getting his hero license revoked, but given that he doesn't have a quirk anymore, I can't imagine that's all, that big of a deal to him. And really, though, what's going on with him? I mean, I assumed he was, badly injured in the last fight and he wasn't up for this anymore. That's why he wasn't there when, Koyuchi had to rescue Pop, but... I mean, I guess 6 is his enemy, his antagonist, his everything, so he needs to be the one to be there to help take him out one way or the other. So very, very curious about that. But please, let me know down below. Why is the detective so determined to arrest Koyuchi? What is his reason for this? Is it really just, pride in his system, pride in the police force? Because if so, I feel like it's going to end so very, very badly for him. I mean, like I said, it did seem a little more laid back than the main series, so hopefully... this will teach him, okay, maybe the hero system isn't perfect and we should accept a little bit of wiggle room moving forward. I mean, maybe? But yeah, let me think all down below. Be sure to like and subscribe to like this video. And until then...
Peace!